Happy holidays for those of you who do not celebrate Christmas. Happy holidays to anybody who is out there. Just happy holidays, y'all. I'm happy today. I'm really happy today. It is Christmas. I'm excited for everything and all that stuff. Now, before we get started, so I'm gonna talk about what happened during my Christmas celebration yesterday, okay? So as all of you know, I started my stream pretty early. I started I think around like maybe 1. I didn't end it until maybe like 4, right? As soon as I ended my stream, right? Here's what happened. So I ended my stream. I said bye to Mace, W Mace. Afterwards, what did I do? I swear to God, I was going to edit was it my first Clash Royale video, which by the way I'm so behind on editing all my videos and posting them on YouTube. I really am. But what is it now? As soon, and I'm not joking when I say this, as soon as I ended the stream, I said bye to Mace, and then I fucking knocked out, bro. I really try to fight it and you know pull up my Clash Royale video, the 190 edit, which is gonna be posted tomorrow. As soon as that happened, I genuinely felt fucking exhausted. I did not know what happened to me, but I was just so tired. I took a nap, right? And it was like 4. I woke up at like 6:30-ish, around maybe 7. Okay. And basically what happened was as soon as I woke up, I see my mom cleaning up the bathroom. I see Diego and I see my dad making up the dinner table. So I wake up at like the perfect time for me to set everything up, right? Everything up good, right? As soon as I wake up, it's like the perfect time because immediately my mom asked me, "Hey, can you clean out your room because you know your grandma's coming and you know she's bringing your abuelo." Now here's the thing about my family, okay? My grandma and my biological grandma and my biological abuelo are no longer together, okay? My grandma still lives here in the States, and my abuelo lives in Honduras, right? Because it's my mom's side of the family, and you know they're Honduran. Okay. Well, eventually my grandma remarries to my step abuelo now, to my step grandpa, right? And when I tell you that he is 89 with like Alzheimer's and dementia, okay? No, I love him. Don't get me wrong. I do, but taking care of my abuelo is getting hard on my abuela because she is also you know getting up there in age. She's like 65, right? Um, well, the person that typically helps us take care of her, obviously it's Christmas Eve, so she wants to go home with her family. And here's the good thing about with the lady that helps take care of my abuelo, right? Is that my mom actually likes her. That's the craziest part. My mom and my abuela both like her, so they're not obviously my parents are not gonna be dicks about it and be like, no, you have to work, you fucking bitch. Like, no, we're not doing that at all. So they tell her to, you know, eventually that she can go home, right? But we get there, right? When I mean we, I mean me and my dad and my mom, right? So now that you're all caught up, here's what happened, okay? So immediately my mom tells me to clean out my room because they're not only are bringing my abuelo here, my step abuelo, but here's the thing is that the fact that he's so advanced in his age and has all these problems is that he obviously can't walk anymore. He has to be wheelchair around, he has to be carried, all that stuff, right? And so we can't have him be in the living room. As much as we want him there, we just can't. It's impossible, right? So my mom immediately asked me to set up this. If you don't know what this is basically a portable fucking bed. It's like it's not even I can't even say a hammock. I don't even know what it is. It's just that, you know. So immediately, boom, I had to fold up my pull-up machine over here. I had to move some stuff around in my room so it looks a lot more cramped and all that stuff. But that's the whole thing. So as soon as me and my dad are done cleaning up my room, setting this up, my dad's side of the family starts pulling up. So it's my dad's mom, it's my tío, it's what is it, my tia, and it's her fiance. So 4 people pull up, right? Now here's the thing: Diego is already like set up and talking to the rest of the family over here. That's already over here, right? And so they are just chatting it up. And we're like, okay, you know what? If Diego's taking the ISO, we're just gonna let him take the ISO. So me, my dad, and my mom all head over to my grandma's house, who doesn't live too far, thank God. And we try to help her as much as we can, getting my abuelo over to the car. Right now, here's where the part of the story starts getting a little bit like difficult, right? Because I like think about it like this, okay? So it has gotten so bad to the point where my grandma and my abuelo don't even sleep in the same bed anymore. They sleep on two separate beds because my abuelo, he keeps on like grabbing the living shit out of anything he can find because he thinks that he's gonna fall, right? And obviously that's not his fault. That's, you know, his old age, his dementia, and all that stuff, right? So that's a whole thing in itself. Now, this is important. Every single time we try to get him out of the bed, he clings onto the side of it for dear fucking life, right? So here's the situation that goes on, all right? Immediately, pretend this bed is my abuelo, okay? Immediately, I pull up, right? I'm over here with my dad. My dad is coming over here, okay? And we're trying to talk to him like normal. We're trying to be like, hey, listen, all right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick you up. Do you remember me? Do you remember me? If not, okay, that's fine. All right. So as soon as that happens, the way we have to do it is we basically have to give him a bear hug and we have to hold him tight and we have to basically ask him to do the same thing. But obviously, because he's demented and has Alzheimer's, he has sometimes trouble with his motor skills, right? So here's what happens, okay? As I'm trying to give him a hug over here, right? I'm like, I got you, right? In Spanish, obviously. And as soon as I pick him up, right, he starts grabbing the shit out of the back of my neck, okay? When I mean grabbing it, I'm not like, oh, he's like caressing. No, he's fucking gripping that shit, all right? I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what he thought he was grabbing, but he's grabbing the hell out of my neck, okay? So he's doing this now, right? And he's kind of like he wants to drag me down, but it's not at the same time since I'm the one picking him up. It was so weird. So as soon as that happened, right, me and my dad eventually put him in the wheelchair over here, okay? Bop, we put it right here. And he's still gripping on for dear life. I'm like, okay, you can let go now. You can let go. You can let go. Because his genuine fear at this point, whenever we pick him up, is he does not want to fall. And that's honestly, I respect that. As much as I respect that. I do. Okay, he's scared. Obviously, he doesn't know too much about what's going on. Also, I should mention, this is when he just woke up too. So he is completely fucking like unconscious and like conscious at the same time. It was weird. So I pick him up, I put him over here. He's putting me in a fucking chokehold now, all right? And then as soon as he lets go, I'm like, okay, everything's going good, everything's going fine. As soon as I try to pull back away from the wheelchair, you know what this guy does? He proceeds to bite the fuck out of my ear. Okay? Now my ear is in his fucking mouth. I feel like I now know how Mike Tyson felt in that one fight, bro. That shit fucking hurt. I was like, okay, all right, calm down. Because he does that sometimes, right? So as soon as he's biting my ear, right? At that point, my grandma has to come in and now be mean about it. She's like, she kind of like doesn't smack him too hard, but she like smacks him just enough where he lets go of me, right? So I'm over there like, fuck, what the hell? Obviously, I don't say that. I'm like, massaging my ear and stuff like that. My mom gives me some ice because it genuinely hurt. Like he actually like dug into my like fucking skin, right? It's good now, but like during that, I actually felt like my ear was gonna come off. So as soon as we're done with that, we get the wheelchair, right? And I'm wheeling him down the hall and through the front door. Now, mind you, so as I'm wheeling him down, right, and I'm putting ice over here, right? Eventually, my ear starts to feel better, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I don't need this anymore, so I'll shake, right? As soon as we get him to the front door, this is the situation. This is the layout of my grandma's house, right? When you walk in, okay, it goes the door frame, right, which is a little bump which we have to get him over, like a little step where you also have to walk over, and then two more stairs that you have to get down, okay? Now, mind you, all of this, the length of all of this is like within like maybe I want to say 4 feet, so it's all really fucking short, okay? So you can imagine how much of a struggle it was for me and my dad to do this. He had to go in the front. He had to go in the front, right? I had my grandpa in the back, grabbing his wheelchair like this. My dad had to grab him like this, but also had to back up like this. And I mind you, my dad has back problems, so this is already a fucked up situation. I really asked my dad, yo, we can switch. I got this. I got this, all right? And he's like, no, it's fine. Let's get on with it, okay? So now it's me and him actively trying to push up. Now, mind you, it's not heavy because I'm not gonna lie. At this point, my grandpa's just bone. Respectfully, he's just bone. Like he's actually like losing so much muscle to the point where I feel like he's just a skeleton. Okay, and I'm not trying to be mean, but that's the best way I can describe it. So My dad's now actively trying to pull him out, right? I'm trying to like balance it as much as I can, right? My dad then slips on one of the stairs because it's fucking short, right? Not only that, it was wet. It was wet because it rained earlier, okay? So my dad actively slips, and this is what happens, okay? As soon as my dad slips, he does this shit, okay? Now I have to be the one over here to be like, oh shit, now I gotta balance it out. Oh my God, please tell me why the one time I didn't need my grandpa to be conscious becomes conscious, right? As soon as that happens, this guy freaks the fuck out, okay? If he's on the chair, he's laying down like he's sitting down like this, right? He literally screams like ah, and then grabs onto the door, right? Which I don't know how the fuck he reached. And then after that, he grabs onto me. He grabs onto my fucking arm like this, right? So now I'm struggling trying to do this. Now, when I say grabbing, I don't mean like, oh, you know, he's like gripping it firmly. No, he somehow manages to find a fucking nerve that hurts like hell. He manages to find a fucking vein that makes me feel the most amount of pain I've ever felt in my forearm. Okay? So now I'm trying to do this without dropping him and making him fall. So actively while that's happening, my whole left arm is shaking like this. Okay? It's shaking like this. Now, here's the thing. I'm not trying to be a bitch and tell you that, oh yeah, no, like it hurt so bad that I dropped him. No, I'm not trying to be a bitch and tell you that. Like, I don't know how the fuck he found that, but that actually fucking hurt. So now it's me trying to balance him out. My dad's trying to adjust himself, right? And he eventually does, okay? And then as soon as I place him down, that's when he gets even more scared. That's when my grandpa gets even more scared. He lets go of the door, right? He starts gripping the shit out of my hand because I'm trying to adjust him over here. He grips the shit out of my hand, and now he's crushing my hand and my forearm at the same time. I deadass feel like William Afton in a spring lock shoot, bro. It actually feels like my bones are getting crushed. I feel pain right now, okay? I'm not trying to be a bitch when I say this, but this guy still has the grip strength of a goddamn chimpanzee. I don't know how that works, but it just does. So as that's happening, right? My mom and my grandma's trying to calm him down over here because I'm telling him this because I told him that this hurts the most, and my dad's trying to get him off of my hand over here. Eventually, that works out, and that's fine. But problem, we have 2 more stairs left to go. So my dad, he adjusts himself right, and he's ready to go. I have to give myself a minute to give my arm a rest. Afterwards, we pick him up, and then boom, we finally get him down on the floor. Perfect, fine. Now as I'm trying to push my grandma over here, right? So, eventually, when my dad and I finally get him on the floor, right? I'm like, okay, fine, finally, fuck, everything hurts, but you know what? We're basically right there. We have to walk down this like little pathway that's like, it's not even like 20 feet, it's like maybe like 15, right? It's like 15 feet, and then we eventually get to the driveway. But before we even do anything like that, right? I'm holding my grandpa over here, and my dad's like, all right, let me move the car closer so this will be easier, okay? I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine, right? So as my dad pulls up the car closer, right? I'm trying to like push my grandpa over there. But I'm noticing it's getting really hard. Like, I'm feeling some resistance, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I check to see both of the wheels. There's like no like blanket or anything because he's wearing a blanket, right? There's no blankets like on the wheel. There's nothing like that. There's no rocks in the road. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. I'm like, what the fuck could be going on? And then I look further. What the fuck do I see? Well, you know how the wheelchair is supposed to have the little flaps on the feet where you can place your feet? Yeah. I don't know what kind of fucking dumbass decided that was a stupid design, but they got rid of that. I don't know why they got rid of that, but they did. So now I have to fucking tilt my grandpa. I have to do like a Happy Wheels type thing, and I basically have to do this. I push him up, and I have to tilt him like this. So now he's at a 45-degree angle looking up. But also, thank God he didn't grab me. Thank God he didn't grab me. That's all I gotta say. But also, the ground is bumpy as all fuck because there's a whole bunch of rocks on it, okay? So, I'm doing this, right? And I'm actively trying to push him, right? And this generally feels like a Rocky moment. Like if you ever seen the movie Rocky, it generally feels like a training moment for me. I don't know what kind of training, I don't know what thing I'm training for, but I'm doing it. So, I'm pushing him, right? And I'm pushing him at an angle like this. I keep going. It's bumpy. It feels weird, but eventually my mom pulls up like halfway through because she realizes I'm struggling, and she eventually grabs the side of it like this, right? So she eventually pulls him all the way over to my dad. We make it, right? As soon as we make it, fucking part 2, because now I have to grab him again and put him inside of the car so he doesn't fall, right? Oh my God, this is where shit actually gets really fucking terrible, okay? Because here's what happens, all right? I go up to him. I'm like, listen, okay, I'm gonna pick you up again. Please do not bite my ear, all right? Hug me and do not bite my ear. I'm grabbing him like this. I'm hugging him, okay? I pick him up, right? And the second I pick him up, right? Like I said, this is not his fault. This is his old age. But he eventually lets a fucking huge one rip right here. This entire fucking chair, it was fucking black. It turned brown and green so fucking quick. Okay? It was like a fucking projectile. I don't even know how he had the skill to do that. So now, right, I'm trying to pick him up actively while not trying to, one, drop him on the shit, but also not me fall on the shit, right? So I'm trying to get him, I'm trying to be like, listen, it's okay, don't feel embarrassed, right? Because I now have to do two things. Now I have to hold him up enough so my grandma and my mom can come clean him and then the chair, right? So as I'm doing that, I'm picking him up, right? I'm holding him tight. Now here's the thing. I don't think I've ever seen him extend his leg. Like, it's been like maybe like 5 years since I've seen him extend his leg like full. Like, I'm standing right now. The majority of the time, he'll have his leg like curled up like this. Okay? And you know what? That's fine. That's cool. All right? I'm okay with that. I pick him up, and now he's doing it like that. Okay? Now, here's the thing. The fact that he's doing that is making it so much harder on me to love him, right? And for me to put in all this effort because it's running down his fucking thigh and it's coming on me now. I'm actively getting shit on. I'm literally actively getting shit on. So I'm trying my, and the worst part was I was wearing shorts too. Okay. Thank God it wasn't the fit that I was going to wear. But yo, I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't a little bit pissed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't a little bit. I was. All right. So I'm actively holding them up like this. Okay. I have to hold them up like this for like maybe like I saw like 4 or 5 minutes. Right. Eventually, when that's done, we have to make sure that it like the see is clear. So now I'm actively like this, and I'm like they're trying to clean me, and I'm like no, don't clean me at all. Let me just put him first, and then we can worry about that later. Okay. So eventually, I'm hugging him. I put him in the car seat, right? And then I start backing with slowly. And I'm like, okay, thank God. He bites my second fucking ear! He bites the second one! Right? As I'm trying to do this, I go away. He's like, and I'm like, what the fuck? Again? Right? So now he's biting my ear like this. And my grandma has to come in and be like, now she's actually like full blown yelling at him. Because now he's low-key being a dickhead. Right? Like I said, not his fault, but still. Biting my ear like this, my grandma has to come and yell at him and like push his mouth away from it, and that one actually legitimately fucking hurt. That one hurt more than this one. I don't know why, but I think it's because he got more cartilage in there. Point is, that almost cut me. I will say, I had to go in the mirror and check to see if I got cut because it actually felt like like something was there, but thank God it wasn't. So once we get him in the car, now I have to spend like maybe like 10-15 minutes cleaning myself up. Making sure that I don't smell like shit. Two, getting rid of my clothes. Thank God I have some like now I want to say clothes that fit me, but like clothes that are good enough for a temporary use at my grandma's house. Put that on, clean myself up, make sure I don't get fucking cut in my ear. Boom. After that, we head over to my house again. Oh my God. When I tell you the entire car ride, I was just there in silence. My mom and dad were looking at me. They were just like, are you okay? And I'm like, I just don't want to talk about it right now. I just don't want to talk about it right now. As soon as we get to the house, right, we basically have to do the exact same thing again. Hug him, put him on. Yo, what's up, Questy? What's up, Mace? Hug him, put him back in the wheelchair, and then take him into my house. Now, my house has a very similar layout to my grandma's house, except it's a lot wider. Like it's more in length. I want to say it went from 4 feet, now it's like 10 feet. So we have more space to work with, which is great. What is it? Yeah, as soon as we get to my house, we basically have to do everything all over again. Except this time it goes a lot smoother. He doesn't bite my ear. I pick him up again. He doesn't bite my ear. Thank God he doesn't bite my ear. Right? So I pick him up, put him in the wheelchair, and now I'm wheeling him over to the front of my house. Okay? Now my dad has to move a car because it's blocking the entrance. That's whatever, right? I push him past it, right? And as soon as we get to the stairs, my dad comes back, helps me pick him up all over again, and then boom. Now we're officially in my house, okay? Now we're great. Now my house, I don't know if you can see. Yo, appreciate you with the follow, Leonard. What is it? So I mind you, I don't know if you can see my floors, but my house is like the white square with the like the white tile type thing, right? That's what it is. And it's not the small ones too. They're bigger than my fucking hand. All right. They're actually bigger than my feet. And I mind you, I'm a size 9.5. All right. So as soon as we get here, the ridges are now so much easier to push him. Okay. So now I have to push him at an angle, right? Because his feet are still in front and they're blocking me from moving him smoothly. So boom, I move him over here, and then boom. Now we're in my room, okay? My room, basically everything you see right now is my whole room. The only thing you guys don't see is matter of fact, bro. The only thing you guys don't see is my wardrobe over here, and then my what is it? My door is right over there. It's literally not even like 2 feet away from the wardrobe, okay? That's how close everything is, all right? So as soon as I wheel him in here, right? This is where shit gets really stressful because not only do we have to like push and pass a whole bunch of stuff that I have over here, it's not even important stuff, it's just a bunch of cables, right? Which I'm okay with them running over some cables. I don't care about that. They're just cables. At the end of the day, it's fine. So you can imagine the shock on my face when this happens, alright? I'm pushing him over here, right? Actively trying to push him, okay? Now, as soon as we get to my room, okay, we have to wait until my mom and my grandma, right? This is the bed he slept in, by the way. So as soon as my grandma and my mom come over here, we have to put some stuff, like actual barriers, okay? Like, look, I don't know if you guys can see this. This is a fucking blanket, okay? And we had to put it in here. And then this over here, this is a fucking massage roller thing you put for your back or leg. Like, this is something he has to put right there, bro. Right? That's a whole thing, okay? So the reason why we have to do that is because he's an active sleeper. Even in his advanced age, he's an active sleeper. So he moves and tosses and turns around like crazy, right? Which is fine. That's cool. So before we even put him over here, what happens is my mom and my grandma have to put like, I want to say it's kind of like stuff that absorbs any like type of liquid that may come out. Okay, that's the best I can say. So as soon as they lay that down, then it's time for us to pick him up again. Now this time it's a lot easier because now my dad can help me pick him up. So my dad gets his legs, I get like the top part of my ramp over here. So we're basically going like this now. Go 1, 2, 3, up, boom, and now he's good there. He's good, right? Now it's finally to the point where I feel like, okay, is it finally done? Is it finally done? Fuck no, it's not. Because as soon as we put him down, and I swear to God, I did not push him down hard, bro. When I tell you, I don't think I've ever been more gentle with anything in my life, and I have had sex before too, which is crazy. So, as soon as I place him down, right, I'm being as gentle as I can. Okay. Boom, right there. That's done. That happens. He proceeds to start coughing up blood, and when I mean blood, I'm not talking about some. No, I mean literal fucking liquid, like actual fucking blood. So now I'm scared. Now I'm like, okay, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? Right? And my grandma comes in, he's like, my grandma, she's very calm. She's like, that's normal, you're fine, you're worrying about nothing, bro. What the fuck do you mean I'm worrying about nothing? That shit is not normal. What the fuck are we talking about? And then she proceeds to tell me, oh no, that just happens sometimes whenever you lay him down. You can be as gentle as you want, but for some reason that'll still just happen. Like, it's okay, it's okay. What? It doesn't seem okay. Is he okay? Because it doesn't seem okay. And my mom is also used to it. My mom's also trying to tell me like, nah, it's okay. He's good. He just has to get through it, right? They get him a bag so he can cough up the rest of the blood. Cause, it's not so much like one where we couldn't use any napkins. It's just we've had to get a bag just in case if he threw up afterwards because that's also normal for him. Thank God he didn't. So boom, that happens. We throw it out. Now then he falls back asleep. Okay. Then he falls back asleep. All right. Now I'm thinking to myself, because I mind you, okay. Throughout this entire day, I have not eaten anything. All right. And now all I'm thinking to myself, as soon as we're done with it, I'm like, please, I just want to change. I just want to take a shower. I want to change, and I don't want to eat. That's what all happens, right? And then it happens, okay? Within the span of like, I want to say maybe 30 minutes. Actually, no, I lied, like 40 minutes, because I spent like some extra time in the shower making sure I clean myself very fucking well. I'm back in here. Or, no, I've been in here. I changed. Go back outside, and now I'm finally at the dinner table. I'm eating, and everybody's asking me, "Yo, are you okay? What happened?" And I'm like, "Guys, we're eating right now. It's not worth. It's generally not worth talking about. I promise you, it's not worth talking about." We finally finished eating, right? And it gets to a point where we just eat and talk throughout majority of the night. But then by the time it's like 11:30 p.m. ish, that's when my dad decides to put the fight between, what is it? Jake Paul and what is it? The other dude. It was on Netflix that aired like a week ago. I don't know, that one boxing match that happened. Well, that. And so my dad played that just because he wanted to see the fight, because apparently Jake broke his jaw in two different places, and he had to get surgery here in Miami. That's great. That's cool. As soon as that happened, it turns 12, and now it's Christmas officially, right? Boom. That happened. Now I want to say maybe at like 12:30, 1-ish, that's when everybody starts to leave, right? So we say bye to everybody, right? You know, that happens. We say bye, thank God. Nothing like crazy happened. Nobody had any bad beef. It was actually a very, very nice night. Once that happened, I start questioning, where the fuck is my grandma, and where the fuck is my grandma at? Because she was eating at the table with us, and at no point did I see her leave. So now I'm like, where's she go, right? Proceed to go into my room, and I see my mom with my mom. I see my door wide open. I see darkness. Nothing but two candles lit. Why are there candles lit? Why is my room dark? Why is my mom there with my grandma? Turns out, my grandpa not only shit himself again, but he threw up in my room. This is officially one of the nights I've ever had. This is officially one of the nights I have ever had. This is officially one of the nights I have ever had. It's not even the fact that he airballed the fuck out of the initial bag that we had for him for throw up. It's the fact that he threw up so much that it overflowed. This whole place, like there's a whole area on my floor over here. It's like getting actively cleaned up by my grandma and my mom. My mom's apologizing to me, and obviously I'm trying to be a good sport about everything, being like, no, it's okay, trust me, it's fine. I get it, his old age, right? And I do get it for sure, for sure, for sure. Um, till I find out that some of the throw up got on some of my shoes. You're making it so hard, bro. You're actually making it so hard. On everything, you're making it so hard. Not only does it get on some of my shoes, it also gets like very, very little bit on my bed. What shoes? What were they? They were my. Hold up. They were my. They're called Home Alone forums. Hold on, let me see if I can search them up. So these, right? Now, initially, you might be thinking to yourself, "Oh, what's the big deal? They're just normal forum shoes, right?" Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Not only do I, okay, if one thing you gotta know is I fucking love forums, okay? Forums are one of my favorite shoes, all right? Not only was this a gift from Diego, my brother, these are 100% suede. This gray part, suede. This part, suede. This is not, but this part, everything, basically any like gray part you see is almost suede. The only part that's not suede, I can tell you, is this part and this part. Everything else suede though. And when I tell you, I have never been more thankful that my brother's a sneakerhead, because he managed to buff out the hell and clean my shoes. They're still drying right now, but my brother says my brother says they're gonna be fine to wear, which is like, honestly, I'm just grateful for that. I'm just grateful for that, right? So back to last night, or maybe earlier today. I don't know. It happened like 1 in the morning. I forget. So once they clean up everything, right, my grandma gets so tired to the point where she can't even like walk. She just sleeps on my bed, which I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with that. That's cool. She gotta take a little nap. Little nap turned from like I want to say maybe I don't know what time they left to do that. I want to say that happened like maybe like 12:15 ish, and she slept from like 12:30 to like I want to say maybe like 4 in the morning. So I'm actively just staying up with my dad. And it's not even like I'm struggling staying up. No, me and my dad are actually having a nice conversation. Like it's not even like I'm having a bad night at this point. It's like my night is so bad that I can't believe it. So my dad and I are having a very nice conversation. We're just talking about the fire. We're talking about like Christmas music turning into Spanish music and stuff like that. It's actually very nice. He comforts me a lot. I do appreciate my dad for that one a lot. Afterwards, my grandma wakes up, and thank God that my grandpa is like completely knocked the fuck out to the point where carrying him to the wheelchair and carrying him to the car and doing the whole thing all over again when we eventually get to my grandma's house makes it so much easier. So that happens. I say goodnight to my grandma, right? And then a whole nother thing fucking happens. You thought it was over? It's not over. We got to my grandma's house, and as soon as we get to the front door, I say goodnight to her, right? Because I feel like this is it, right? As soon as we get back into the car, my grandma calls my mom, and she's like, my mom's name is Doris. Doris, come back in here and bring the family. And she's like, why? There's water flooding in my house. Oh my fucking god! I just want to go to sleep at this point. At this point, I just want to go to sleep, like dead ass. We go in, and apparently my grandma has one of those refrigerators where it connects to the sink, and if you want water, it dispenses water and ice. She has one of those, right? Apparently, there was a cable in the back that connects the water to the fridge that it just fucking broke. Not even no. I'm sorry, it didn't broke. It didn't break. It like overheated, I guess, and it just like not melted, but it just kind of disconnected. So there was a whole like big water mess that took an hour to clean up. Like we were just actively like shoveling the water out of the door she had. Thank God she had a door like right next to the kitchen, so we were actively shooting it out of there. And that definitely took such a long time. What is it? And then it got to a point where we had to actually get like not paper towels, but like part of a mop to put in between the cracks of the floor and the was it the kitchen countertop. So we had to put it all around there so water doesn't get in there, so there wasn't any mold. How much is happening to you? Can I be honest with you, bro? This was I'm telling you, bro. When I say this is one of the nights I've ever had, I mean this is one of the nights I have ever had. I'm actively putting in here right now. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing with me. Okay, is if there's too much dust, then I start like sneezing up a lot. I feel like this is a normal thing, but like if there's too much dust, and I start sneezing up a lot, and I start getting a stuffy nose, and my eyes start watering and whatever. Right. As I'm helping, right, I start feeling a little bit of something. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me back off. Let me back away. I can't keep doing this, or else I'm gonna start like spitting up mucus everywhere, and I don't want to add on to the mess. It's not like I can't take care of myself like that. I just don't want it to be like another inconvenience, right? My mom eventually finishes up. My dad eventually finishes up, and then by this point, now we can finally say goodnight to my grandma. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking great, right? I hug her goodnight, and then I leave. Once I get home, I'm tired as fuck. Diego's tired as fuck. My mom is tired as fuck. My dad is tired as fuck. We're all tired, right? For obvious for good reason too. I get to my house. We all say goodnight to each other, right? Then I realize something. I realize that there was a whole nother section of throw up that my mom and my grandma did not see. Damn it, bro. So I do what any normal person does. I do what any normal person does. I go into my kitchen and I get them up and I clean it up. And I make sure I clean it up well. Thank God it wasn't like a big section. It was just one section that was actually like a very specific section that honestly I would be lucky. It was so lucky because It was like literally right in the corner over there. Now, not where my shoes are, thank God, but like very close to him, right? So it was a dark corner like that because one the lights were all off and stuff like that. So I had to clean that up. It takes me like 20 minutes, 25 minutes around there. After that, at this point, I'm so fucking exhausted. I just lay in my bed, don't even put a blanket on. I don't even turn this light on, and I just knock out. That's how tired I am. I don't, and mind you, at this point, it's like 6 in the morning, I think, like around there, maybe like 5:45 ish. So that's when I go to sleep. Finally, I wake up today, and I wake up today at like 11 ish, right? I edit my thumbnail for the YouTube video that I posted today, and then as I was going to edit my Clash Royale video that I'm going to post tomorrow, I fucking knock out again. And I want to say at this point it's like 1 p.m., maybe like even like 12:45 ish, where I knock out again, and I don't wake up until 2 hours ago. I still haven't eaten anything. I have my water right here, but that's my Christmas story. Merry Christmas, y'all. That's all I gotta say. What's up, Mace? Welcome back, bro. So that's my Christmas story, bro. That's the end of it. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're absolutely right. It's fucking wild. No, did I miss the X-Men story? Questy, don't worry. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube. I'm gonna post a story on my YouTube. Will it be today? Will it be tomorrow? I have no idea when I'm gonna post it. Maybe it'll be in 2 days from now. I don't know. But yeah. All I gotta say to that is Merry Christmas. I hope all of you had a better Christmas than me, which I'm pretty sure you did. But yeah.